There we have it, the proverbial smile. I'm really excited to get into this topic with you today. What could be a rather controversial, but I think interesting topic. And it is pitting original intelligence, which we'll discuss what that is, versus artificial intelligence. And we're going to hear from the people that know on this, like what the real story is. Original intelligence is the intelligence that has been around since the beginning and has been accumulating knowledge and wisdom for all that time. And it's accessible to each one of us via our thoughts and our inquiries. And it's a fascinating area of life because I assert to you that when you have your own connection with this intelligence, everything is available to you, not just what artificial intelligence has to offer. Now, it is more difficult to get to. It takes focus and concentration, and it takes giving up your ego and a whole bunch of other things. But that is the ultimate, the very, very best for being able to get to the best information and knowledge that's in the universe. So we're going to talk about that today, and I hope you hang around and see what we can learn together. This section is interesting because it kind of defines what original intelligence is versus what AI is about. So I made this inquiry with Jesus, and he came back with some really brilliant stuff. Original intelligence is an accumulation of knowledge and wisdom from the beginning of the universe. Most people really don't understand that that has been occurring, and it's part of the intelligence that is in the universe. It's, I think, rather arrogant or small-minded to think that that this process of gaining intelligence that we've done as humans over the past few thousand years has not been replicated or maybe even originated prior to us existing, because there has been so much time and so much opportunity for this to develop in probably one of the most outstanding and substantial ways that's available. So what he shared with me is that the idea of artificial intelligence, while it has a lot of benefits and interesting pieces to it, is kind of an old idea. There's versions of this that are much more sophisticated and interesting in the universe and have been around for a lot longer. But AI is an interesting invention that we have just kind of looked at and are starting to expand on. But if you look at the timelines of billions of years versus some decades, then you can see that the scope of what's happening now is interesting, but it's not original and it's not really at the possibility of what the universe is. The Earth is a very small little place relative to the big universe, and it's very small relative to the solar system, right? But the universe is like we're just a small little dot that you can hardly see. And the thing that we're calling artificial intelligence is really geared around how to make more money and get things more things done, amongst a bunch of other things. But it's a very interesting challenge. But the main things driving it is that there has been billions and maybe more than that put into this so that people can make money and do different things that are unique and interesting. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's really great. I'm enjoying it very much. However, there's a bigger picture in it when we're talking about original intelligence. As he explained to me, it includes everything about creation, including everything that's occurred, everything that's continued to evolve, and it has all the scientific knowledge and the history of the universe in it. And then there's other things such as behavioral and physical and mental and emotional and relational aspects of living. And in my experience, that's where they focus, is the things that we can control, the things that are opportunities for us in the present moment to be able to learn from and to develop. So there's a much big scope of information and knowledge available from the original intelligence, and it is, as I say, more personal, more relevant, and contextual to us as individuals, as opposed to what the machines are able to kick back to us. So I think this creates a really interesting look at the picture as to how big and how small these different contrasts are. Words have power, especially when people listen to them. And there's a whole bunch of words, images and videos and all kinds of things that are being kicked out of artificial intelligence. It's very interesting, very informative, and very helpful in many instances. But they're only things that are useful if people will listen to them and put them to use. And from this perspective, it's like any other piece of information, is that it's just so much information unless there's some kind of application to it. And there's some difficulty as to how do we use this information that's available to us. However, on the other hand, original intelligence is very, very powerful, because that's transferring this knowledge and wisdom that's been accumulating through the eons into us personally with a universal context. So the models and the tokens that have been developed for AI are based around the information that's available on the internet and then the knowledge and the books and stuff that we've had as a culture, as a society, as a world. Now, the information that comes from the divine, from the original intelligence, is a much bigger context and perspective. And it has the intention of love and knowledge and perfection. It's instantaneous delivery. You can just check in and it instantly comes to you. And then there is an online transfer of information all times, 24/7, going on, even when we're not in this inquiry record mode, that there's information coming to our body, to our minds, to help to increase our knowledge and our abilities to deal with what goes on in life. And so the ideas are much bigger and much more interesting and relevant than what we consider that would be available to us through artificial intelligence. In summary, the information that we can get from the original intelligence intent is to inspire and educate, and especially for those people that want to shift their lives and improve what's going on with them, and how to live better together, how to cooperate and collaborate better. And yet the point here is that AI would not even exist if it weren't for original intelligence, because all the ideas that we have originate from other sources that are from the bigger universe and are just emulations of what has already occurred, and it happens at a much larger, bigger scale. And this is where, when we expand our ideas and look at what is going on outside of this world, then it's very illustrative and helps us to inspire us to see that we're a very small part of a much bigger, beautiful intelligence. In another message that I got, this is what God said to me, which I think is very interesting. Each new idea is likely not so new. The basis behind each creation has its roots hundreds of millions of years previous. The forms and implementations of an idea change and improve, but the basis behind the idea has been around for a long time. Artificial intelligence is neither artificial nor intelligent. Every idea comes from the overall intelligence, and this is far from being artificial. Ideas have energy and potential built into each one. All one must do is to recognize an idea and work with its innate possibilities to see something coming to fruition. Bringing back the responsibility of us looking at ideas and accepting them, that we have many, many ideas, we have many opportunities as humans to be able to do what we do. And this is our responsibility to take these ideas and turn them into something great if that's what we prefer. This is a fascinating topic. I'd love to talk with you more about it. I have a nonprofit that I'm trying to grow, a little rough around the edges right now. And yes, it is spelled with double L because I couldn't get the other one. But we're trying to create the highest form of humans in space time with the solutions that we create together and our connections with the divine. It's a very exciting, interesting project, and I'd love to have you join us. I hope to hear from you soon, and let's discuss this some more. Thank you.